Hello everybody, Chuck Simpson again. I wanted to start by first thanking you for watching my videos and for telling others about it and for sending in your questions so that I can do my best to answer them as often as possible. One of the things I wanted to say after thank you is if you do see value in these videos, if you would kindly like the video, share it with some of your friends and family, and then please subscribe to my channel so that the good news can get out there and we can try to, help a lot of others get good, clear facts about solar and avoid getting ripped off. So today's question came up quite a bit, so I thought I better answer it, even though I'll make a little joke out of it at the same time. The question is, which solar company is the best? Well, of course, my easy answer is my company, of course. But the reason I say that isn't just because you would expect me to say that, but I'll give you the reasons why. There's three things you should look at. First of all, you want quality equipment that's good, is going to last long, and not that cheap stuff that burns out quickly. You want a company that's going to provide good service, and then you want a fair price. Now, I say fair price because we very rarely are ever the lowest price. And if someone is the lowest price, we've all heard the old adage, you get what you pay for. Well, look into it a little bit further, make sure you're getting good information, and then you can make a better decision before you make a mistake. Because as I always say, once it's on your roof, it's yours. And if they undersold your system, basically, as an example, if you needed 12 kilowatts and they sold you a 7 kilowatt system, of course, they're going to have the lowest price. The problem is you're still going to have at least 60–70% of your utility bill. Then you're going to have a solar bill. By the time you add them both together, you're paying more than before you had solar. So it really doesn't make sense. So make sure that you find a company that's going to show you how to calculate based on the data that's on your own utility bill, what size system you need, and then you can compare the size, once you know how to figure it out on your own, to the quality of the equipment and make sure you're getting the best price. So moving on, if I go a little bit further than that, the other thing that's very important is the warranty. Just about every solar company out there is going to tell you, oh, don't worry, you got a 25-year gutter-to-gutter warranty. Well, in most cases, that's true. But what they don't tell you is that that warranty is only for the solar panels. Any legitimate, good quality solar panel manufacturer out there is going to give you a 25-year warranty. But they're not, the companies that are saying that to people and repeating it are not telling you that the inverters aren't guaranteed for 25 years. Even the good ones have about a 12-year warranty. And they're telling you that the labor is included and you have no issues to worry about. That's not true either. The labor is not covered for 25 years. If one of those parts fails, let's say 8 years into it, the guy that installed it should certainly get paid to go out and replace the part, but your part is under warranty, so you shouldn't have to pay for it. So to just keep it simple, the warranty company that we use, just sum it all up in a statement, I can truly tell somebody with conviction that they have a 25-year warranty on all parts, all labor, and we even guarantee that the roof won't leak because of the installation for the full 25 years. And unless you see that in writing, don't believe it, because everybody else is just saying that. And again, once it's up there, you learn the hard way. This is the best way to avoid it, is to ask these questions up front. Secondly, we also offer a 25-year production guarantee. Now, I won't mention the name of the company, but there's a national solar company out there that might also make cars. I don't know, you might want to Google them on your own and do your own research. But if you read the reviews and you look at their star rating, you find that there's a lot of complaints after, let's say, 5, 6, 7 years people are complaining that their utility bill is climbing back up again rather quickly. They're still paying for the system, but it's not working anymore. Well, it is, of course, it's still working. The problem is with some of the cheap poly panels, they burn out or degrade much faster than some of the good quality panels. And what happens is they might start out, maybe offering you 100% offset. And as 2 or 3 years go by, it might drop a little bit. Then 4, 5, 6 years into it, if you're getting a much lower offset, because the easiest way to explain is the panel's burning out much quicker than maybe what some of the good panels would do, then of course it only makes sense that it's not going to produce the same and you're going to have problems. But again, I'll say it again, once it's on your roof, it's yours. So make the best decision up front before you agree to go with anyone and move forward. Next thing you might want to consider is what happens if the company you buy your solar system from goes out of business? Or in my case, what happens if I decide to retire again? Who's going to service your system? The answer is, you don't know. The company that we use, not only is it a national multi-billion-dollar publicly traded company, they're also one of our prime lenders, and they underwrite the warranty and service their customers or our customers on their own. So if I go out of business, or the guy you bought a system from goes out of business or retires, or you can't remember the phone number in 10 years, you don't even know who installed it, it doesn't matter, because you have a direct connection to your lender who you're making your payments to, that is servicing and monitoring your system. And if there's any issues, they're the ones that are going to take care of it. And again, to repeat myself, you have no out-of-pocket expense over a warranty for that full 25 years. Now, a lot of questions come up, and I should address this in another video, but I want to do it now because we're talking about where the best company is. If you're someone that's a little bit older, might be retired, no longer in the workforce, maybe on a fixed income or disability, and you're not working and paying taxes like you did in the past, beware of the company that tells you, oh, you're getting all this free money back from the government, because that's another big lie. The reality is it's not free money back from the government. It's an income tax credit. It's your own money. As you work and pay taxes, they're giving that back to you as a credit, and you are entitled to take full value of that. The only problem is, if you're not paying taxes, you can't get them back. And what I've seen so many times, especially with older people, and it really pisses me off, is some of these companies just try to make a quick sale. So they sell that older retired person a solar system, and 18 months later, when they don't apply the credit and their payment jumps up 40, 50, or 60 or $70 a month, that person no longer can afford that. And all of a sudden, hey, what happened? If you even remember, and you call the company you bought it from and you ask, they're going to say, oh, we explained all that to you. Look at page 2, paragraph 4. You signed it. Isn't that your initials? And sure enough, you did, but you didn't understand it because they didn't properly explain it. So be very careful. If you're retired, you might want to consider a lease. It's still substantially cheaper than sticking with your utility company, but you don't have to worry about that ITC credit not kicking in and your payment increasing. Another thing I like to say at this point, like I already said, we're not always the cheapest price, but we do guarantee the best value. There's 3 things that you can look for: quality, service, and cost. What I like to say is you can't get all 3 of them. If you're only looking for a cheap price, make sure you know exactly what size system you need, what type of panels and inverters you're looking at, and then think about that price. Because if someone sells you a brand new car that only has 3 wheels on it, you might think that's a great deal until you try to drive it. Obviously that makes sense. So get the facts up front, don't get ripped off. And if you have any further questions, by all means, just submit them. I'm happy to do my best to answer them. And other than that, again, I'll ask you to please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk with you again soon. Thank you.